Welcome to Classic Rewind. My name's Harry. If you haven't been on this channel before, this is my 68 GTO, and I mentioned this before to my other subscribers. I am building this from ground up. I'm almost ready for primer, so actually epoxy to be specific, but I noticed that my fenders right here are not uniform with my front Enduro bumper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a piece of metal in here just to strengthen this area up on the bumper. That's what this video is going to be about. I'm going to show you on that side because I didn't take that side off yet. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to prep this area here to accept the fender. So when I am grinding the Enduro bumper down, it actually has enough meat so the paint won't crack. And by doing that, I am going to show you exactly what I'm doing here. So I'm going to show you on that side what it looks like before, and I'm going to show you on this side what I'm going to do to fix it. So it's going to be a brief little video. Other than that, if you see something that I haven't gotten to yet, please leave a comment below. There's some welding I got to do over there and over there. Got to take my steering apart again and all that good stuff. Let's get started. This here is what I am referring to. You see how the Enduro bumper is sticking higher in the center there of the fender right here. So I don't want to fill this all up with body filler because it's going to change the contour of the fender. And the other thing is, if you look right here, it's actually really soft. I can push this down with my thumb. You see that? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stiffen this up from the bottom side using some panel bonding adhesive. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to secure that whole area down here so this isn't soft anymore and flexible. And I'm going to be able to grind this smooth without ruining the structure of the Enduro bumper. Let's go to the other side. Here is a piece of metal about 1/8 of an inch thick, okay? So I'm going to contour this metal to fit right in here of the bumper. So this bumper here is the same thing. This is the driver's side. You see how flexible that is? Let me show you. You see how it cracks when I push down on it? So that means I'm going to take this piece of metal and I'm going to contour it to the Enduro bumper. So it's going to give it some stability. So when I grind this area down with my grinder to get that same contour of the fender, that the ability of this bumper here, it's not going to mess with the integrity of the bumper. So it's still going to be strong and it's not going to crack. You see how that's cracking like that when you push down on it? So I'm just going to take this piece of metal here and I'm going to grind it and bend it and make this fit inside just like that. And I'm going to show you how that is all done. All right, so this is the metal that I'm going to be using. So I'm just going to start. Here's another angle iron. I could use a pipe. So this is for anyone who's doing this themselves. So you could use the pipe on a piece of wood. I'm using this here, and just start hammering down where you're going to get the contour of the bumper. Okay, you could bend it on a vise just to get that little contour, just to see how it's going to sit. And you could use the angle iron. It's actually easy with that. So you get that contour right there. So that's actually a little too much. So here you're gonna get pretty much what you need to fit inside here. All right. So I just hammered that a little bit just to get that. That's, like I said, that's a little too much. So now I got to take a little less bend out of it. So now I have the contour right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark it so I know exactly where I'm going to cut this metal. Okay. So this is the piece of metal that I'm going to use, and that's going to sit right inside here. There's a little lip where the bumper comes out, and that's where I want this piece of metal to sit in there. Now that fits in there like that. Okay, here, this is the piece. I just got done cleaning it all up and grinding it, and it fits right in there really nice. That's the contour. See how it's curved to fit inside the belly of this Enduro bumper. I'm going to grind this down to get that contour that I want so it blends in nicely with the fender. So my body line will be perfect and I won't need a lot of body filler. Now, I have to do this to the other side. If you have any questions or comments, let me know. This is the bumper here that I'm trying to match, and this is the metal that I'm going to be installing right in there. So as you can see, there's a little bit of metal sticking out like right where my thumb is. You see that? So that got to get cleaned up and grinded just a little bit more. This is the other side right here, and that right there is fitting perfect. I just got to clean up the edges, like I said, just like the other side, just a little bit more to get it to get tucked in. But this one's actually, I might just grind the bumper to make sure that there's no paint or putty or primer or dirt behind there to interfere with the adhesion. Using the panel bonding adhesive, you have a 90-minute work time, a 4-hour clamp time, and a 24-hour cure time. So by tomorrow, this will be all set up and I'm able to work it, sand it, grind it, whatever I need to do. If you have any questions or comments, let me know. And again, if you see something and you have a question on it, let me know. I have it clamped. So I'm getting ready to use the bonding adhesive. Let me just take this off real quick so you can see that. All right, there you go. See, this is the metal. Gives it that extra strength underneath. So I just wanted to show you that. And then I did this on the other side. This side I have 2 clamps because this is a little more contoured with more spaces. So if I mean, I could get away with just doing that, but I want to make sure that it's holding it together, because you should use some kind of pressure on the bonding adhesive till it cures. So that being said, it's just that little bit, and then right here I'm going to end up grinding down a little bit, but you could see how this clamp is pushing down on that. I don't want to do that too much, but it will come up when I release it because it is soft. But I grinded the backside a little bit, put that extra piece of metal, and I'm going to grind that down. And here is my bonding adhesive that I'm going to be using, 08115, the mixing stick, and my gun here. So it goes in there. So I'm going to be doing that. I mixed it all up, the panel bonding adhesive. I put it on the metal here, and I was wearing gloves. So if you look right here, I put a whole bunch down. It's hard to see, but it's all in there like that. I'm trying to do this with one hand. Just put that on just like that. So now I'm just gonna glue it or clamp it. Now I'm gonna clamp it. So just wipe this off, the excess. Make sure everything is lining up the way I want it. And then you just gotta let it sit and dry. I think it cures, I can't remember exactly, 24 hours or so. Working time is like an hour and a half. So anyway, there you have it. It's all set up. Well, I gotta wait for it to set up. So then when I'm all done, I am gonna take the clamps off probably tomorrow and see how well everything's set up. But I just wanted to show you that's all that is. And I did the other side here. This is all done. It's gonna fill up all the gaps and make that solid. So all I have to do then is just pretty much shape it to what I need. Any questions or comments? Again, please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.